needed to hear that. I needed to know that. Some of you, this might be your first time actually just having money by yourself, making money by yourself, and spending the money by yourself without having to tell your parents. So I am here to warn you, to inform you, and also to teach you how to spend your money wisely, how to save it, and how to prioritize your money. Let's begin. Hi everyone, welcome to another video. It's Kadzai here, and today we are going to be talking about money! That's right, we are going to be talking about money and everything you need to know about money when you're studying in the US. Topics I'm going to be covering today are the following: banking in the US, budgeting, how to be smart with your money on a student budget, earning money, and then at the end of this video I'm going to share my top 10 money tips that I have learned over the past 4 years of being a student, so stay tuned for those. So the first thing you're going to want to do when you get on the first week of campus is opening a bank account. So in your first week, usually you have an orientation, a student orientation, and banks actually come to you and they will be like, hey, sign up for this, sign up for an account with us, sign up for a credit card, sign up for this, sign up for that. One, make sure you know what you want. You want to have to open a student account, and two, make sure you know if they have any charges or monthly fees or yearly fees on that account so that you know you're getting the best deal. My suggestion is make sure, like, if you're getting a student account, make sure that student account probably has 0% fees or something. I have an account like that with Chase Bank. With this student account, you don't need to actually have a specific amount of money in that account monthly, if you get what I mean. Like, sometimes you get to the end of the month and you're like, ooh. The thing is, there are many banks in the US, and there's so many banks that are probably going to show up on your campus in that first week. So what you need to do is the following. Check if the bank is available on your campus, if there's an ATM from that bank on your campus. One thing I realized is that I signed up with a bank that was off campus, and when I wanted to withdraw money from the ATM on campus, they charged me $5 every single time. So make sure you check those things. But for me personally, I prefer to have that bank off campus because of the next reason that I'm going to share with you. Number two, make sure that bank is a national recognized bank. So if you go to like the bigger cities, you can find ATMs with that bank, which is one of the reasons why I chose the bank that I bank with. The next thing you need to look out for is, when you're opening a bank account, is choosing your account. So there are two different types of accounts you can have: a checking account or a savings account. So personally, I have both of these accounts. I have a checking account and I have a savings account. So the checking account allows me to withdraw money at whatever time I want to. It allows me to pay for things using a debit card. It allows me to pay for my living costs in the US. I have a debit card and a checkbook from my checking account. And then a savings account. Savings account is basically a place to collect money over a long period of time. And with interest that's put on that savings account, that money accumulates. So because I have a checking and a savings account with the same bank, when I get my income, I basically separate how much I want to put in my savings account first, and then I leave some in my checking account. I would recommend signing up for a savings account if you want to basically save up for something big, a trip, just to be smart with your money and continue saving. So now I'm just gonna read some of the things you might need to open your account when you meet with those bank representatives on campus. So you need your full name, home address, your campus telephone number, and your college address, your passport, a copy of your I-20 or an I-797, a secondary form of identification like your student ID, a letter of acceptance from your university, and the amount of money to deposit into your bank account. Requirements could be different for any type of bank, so make sure you double check what that bank specifically wants for you to have to be able to open an account. Now that you've set up your local banking account, it's now time to start creating a budget. Let's get to it. So some of the things that you need to consider are, what is your income? First of all, if you have an on-campus job, or if your parents are sending you money, or if you have that money that you got as a gift, whatever you would consider your income, how much is that? And then Put that in an Excel sheet. Trust me, Excel is your best friend. You can create a quick, easy budget in Excel, and it's so easy and so simple. All the things you need to know are, what is your income? What are you going to be spending your income on? Start by looking at your various expenses that you will be having as a student. For example, some of my expenses were food and groceries, my phone bill, my transport if I wanted to go into the city, toiletries, some study materials like books, writing utensils for class, all of that stuff. One thing I would suggest, do not forget to save for an emergency, a rainy day. You never know what could happen. In this budget, include how much you're earning, how you intend to spend that money, and how much you intend to save that month. Pro tip. Don't forget to keep space for emergencies within your budget that you're creating. The next pro tip that I have is be smart with your money. What do I mean by that? One of the things with international students, for me, that I notice is that some people, it's their first time actually being able to spend money, save money on their own. Be smart with your money. Live within your means. Being a student away from home, away from your family net, and like away from all of the people that were around you helping you, you need to be spending and living within your means and actually saving more than you're spending. Another thing to realize is, to be able to be smart with your money, you need to realize what is a want and what is a need. For example, a want is like, oh my gosh, Nike has this new release of this new sneaker that I think is so cool and I really want that. Or the phone that I use to communicate with everybody every day, you need that. Because if you don't pay for your phone, you have no way of communicating with people. That is the difference between a want and a need. Make sure you know the difference between the two. If you're still confused about the difference between a want and a need, make a priority list. So you could make the priority list from 1 to 10 and be like, my rent is the most important thing, phone bill is the next important thing, bills the next important thing, transport, all of that. So make sure you have that priority list and stick to it using your budget, and you will be able to be smart with your money. And now I'm going to talk about working part-time. In the US, you're allowed to work up to about 20 hours per week during the semester and on breaks. Check your student visa and make sure that you're allowed to work those 20 hours. And if you're allowed to work, yay, you can now make extra income. And with that income, you're able to manage your expenses, you can pay for your expenses, and you get great skills that you can put on your resume whilst you're working and earning your money. Keep in mind, once you start earning that money, you have to pay taxes on it. Yo, taxes are real. Make sure that you are saving some of that money to be able to pay for taxes at the end of the following year, okay? April is tax season. Another tip that I have, take advantage of your student status. What do I mean by that? When you're going to the movies, on the bus, on the train, you could use your student ID to be able to get some discounts, and you are able to save your coins. Sign up for some apps and offers that do offer student discounts, like Student Beans or Student Universe. Apps like that, they're out there, they're there for you, they will help you in the long run, trust me. And now I'm gonna be giving you my top 10 money tips. Wow! Tip number 1, learn to say no. Say no. The thing is, with the culture in America, it's very different from Zimbabwe. Sometimes people would be like, hey, do you want to go eat out? It's Friday. The next day, hey, do you want to go to this movie? Hey, do you want to do this? That's where that priority list comes in. What are your money priorities? Are you going to be eating out every weekend? I don't think so. Yes, that might be a way to go out, meet new people, make friends, but there are also events on campus that are free and you still get to meet new people. Tip number 2, you need to create a budget. Create a budget and stick to it. And also, record every single expense that you have and track your expenses. You'll be able to see, where is all my money going? Look around and be like, oh, coffee. I'm off coffee now. I don't drink coffee anymore, so. Pro tip number 3, use a spending app. that can help you track your expenses together with your budget. It could be like your secondary budget that's on your phone. One app that I like to use is Mint. It is an amazing app. It literally tells me when I'm about to get charged for something. Like if I have a redundant monthly subscription to something that I forgot to unsubscribe to. I personally like Mint. It's been helpful for me. There's another app called Truebill. It's really helpful. Make sure that you know where you're spending your money and how you're spending it. Number 4, I already touched on this, but set your spending priorities and stick to them, okay? Number 6, this is a student ID. It is your best friend. Go to the dining hall, eat in the dining hall. At my school, we had points, and you could go to the cafe, you could go and get extra treats and stuff. Use this first before you use real money. It will save you so much. Best friend. Number 7, don't buy new textbooks. There is no reason to. There's so many places you could buy secondhand textbooks for really, really cheap. Don't need to have a new textbook every single semester. It will save you thousands of dollars, literally. Ask friends. There are group chats on your campus that you can find new books for really cheap that other people have already used. Or they could be giving them away for free. Don't buy new textbooks. Number 8 is pay your bills on time. I found out this the hard way when I didn't set up the auto pay, and then they charged me an extra $35 to pay my $35 bill, and then it became expensive. Pay your bills on time. Tip number 9, avoid impulse buying. Back to the reference of the thing that I said, the difference between a want and a need. Make sure you know that, because that will save you so much time and so much money. If that still doesn't work, I get it. Go to the store, put it in your cart, close that page for 48 hours, come back to it 2 days later, see if you still want/need that thing. And you just want to spend it. You just want to, money! Splash it everywhere. No, honey, avoid impulse buying. Number 10, make your own coffee, make your own food. DIY. That is the key to saving money. Make your own coffee at home. I needed to hear that. I needed to know that. I bought a coffee machine that was like $7, and then I bought a bag of ground coffee for $3, and it lasted me the whole semester. Trust me. Make sure you know the difference between these two, okay? This is a credit card, this is a debit card. Money you borrow, money you already have. Make sure you know the difference before you sign up for a credit card, okay? Yes, money matters. Be smart with your money. Make sure that you're saving your money and you're saving your coins and you are managing your money well. If you have any questions, all my information is in the description box below. I am going to share some extra money resources in the description box below, so make sure you check that out. And if you have any questions, comments, be sure to drop those in the comment section, and I will see you all on Friday. Thank you so much for joining me today for another episode on the tips for African students studying in the US.